Good evening, everybody. My name is Abiseka Akash. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Okulo Aerospace. We are an early-stage startup, and we are developing solar-powered drones and pseudo-satellites to radically improve surveillance and monitoring of oil and gas pipelines and other widespread industrial assets. So today's presentation, I'm first going to touch upon our team and our capabilities, and then move on to the different other aspects of our business. I hold a master's degree in sustainable energy technologies from Delft University with a specialization in solar engineering. I also worked there in Netherlands for about 2 years researching on high efficiency solar cell technologies and integrating them into electromechanical systems. Additionally, I also have a year of experience working as a project engineer in one of the clean water tech companies in India. My co-founder Parthi Govindaraju is the CTO of the company. And he holds a PhD degree from Purdue University in aerospace engineering from the US. He also has about 8 years of experience working on novel aircraft design technologies with big clients like the US Air Force, NASA, the FAA, and most recently also with United Technologies. So the big problem that we're solving is that historically, surveillance and monitoring of widespread industrial assets has been very difficult. Now this has resulted in such industrial asset owners incurring losses because of several theft or damages of assets, sometimes even illegal activities like smuggling or terrorist activities in the case of ports. And just to give you small numbers, oil and gas pipeline operators in the US, on an average, every year face about 576 incidents, with each incident costing them about $800,000 US. Now, despite all these huge losses, such operators are using very primitive modes of surveillance, like using CCTV cameras and foot patrol. Now, CCTV cameras require a lot of money to install, and foot patrol, A, is very inefficient, B, is time-consuming, and C, labor-intensive. Now, oil and gas pipeline operators have taken this one step further and are using aerial forms of surveillance, like using helicopters and satellite imaging. But however, both these methods are very expensive and they are also not available on demand. Now, satellite imaging goes even bad because the resolution of pictures available at an affordable cost is very, very low. Just to give you numbers, that's 50 centimeters as opposed to drone imagery that can be about 5 centimeters of resolution. Now, currently, drones have gained popularity in solving this problem of surveillance, primarily because they're able to mitigate most of the limitations of these current existing technologies. However, one big problem of current drones is that they can't continuously fly for long periods of time, maximum about 30 minutes in the case of multi-rotor drones. And in order to solve this inherent problem of currently existing drones, we are developing solar-powered drones that are capable of flying continuously for at least 10 hours. Now that is at least 5 times better than the best fixed-wing drones that can fly for about 2 hours, and several more times better than the multi-rotor drones that can fly for about 45 minutes tops. How we are able to do this is because of our proprietary AI-based energy management algorithms, as well as because of our high-efficiency airframe design that allows us to continuously fly for long periods of time. Now, the high-efficiency airframe design allows us to consume as little energy as possible during flight, and the energy management algorithms uses all the energy that is absorbed, or the AI-based energy management algorithms uses all the energy that is absorbed, distributes it very intelligently to the different subsystems present in our drone. Now, because of this extended flight time, we are able to provide value to our customers in 3 different ways. One, compared to terrestrial forms of monitoring and surveillance, we are able to reduce the number of blind spots by up to 50%. Secondly, since we are able to carry multiple payloads or more than one payload at the same time, we are able to complete multiple missions simultaneously. Like in this case, we can complete visual and thermal sensing of a particular pipeline at the same time. Thirdly, with respect to current existing aerial forms of surveillance like using drones, we are able to reduce the hassle involved in multiple battery swapping missions for long endurance missions. So that results in a reduction in downtime by at least 16%, and also a reduction in cost of data acquisition by up to 5 times. I've already touched upon the differentiators a little bit. First is being able to fly at least 5 times longer than the best UAVs in the market. Secondly, our cost of data acquisition is about 5 times lesser than the best drones in the market, and about 40 times lesser than helicopters. Thirdly, our energy management algorithms are AI and ML based, as opposed to the traditional algorithms that are very rule based. Now, what this results in is that our algorithms can continuously learn, evolve, and optimize our flight patterns, so much so that we are able to extend our flight time, or rather, we are able to provide maximum flight time at any possible time. Our product is defensible with respect to our competitors in 2 ways. One is the technology itself is very difficult to build, and it requires the expertise of several different verticals, both of which we as co-founders have. Now, this combination where a solar cell technologist and an airframe design technologist come together and work is not very common, and that's why we believe that this forms one level of defensibility. Secondly, it also comes from the data that we collect. So since we are able to fly, or rather our drones are able to fly for longer periods of time, the amount of data that we collect with respect to a certain flight path is also a lot. Now, this data can be in the form of flight data sets or also can be in the form of sensor data. Now, feeding these flight data sets into our energy management algorithms ensure that these algorithms are always more accurate and better than the existing competitors. And that also allows better flight times. Secondly, by feeding these sensor data into, our change detection algorithms, we can ensure that our algorithms accurately detect any sort of anomalies in the video that is being recorded and provide much more value